Happy 31 days of horror, everybody. My name is Aaron, and I'm taking you through 31 days, things I find horrific, just sharing with you my love of horror. Today is my birthday, and I love birthdays. I love celebrating life. I hope today you celebrate life however you celebrate. There's no right or wrong way to celebrate you. I'm gonna celebrate me today. But how I'd like to celebrate with y'all on this beautiful horror day is to share with you my love for horror and what horror means to me. As horror, believe it or not, made me love my life more, made me appreciate life more, gave me life. So I'd like to share that with you on my birthday, if that's okay with y'all. And if you want, send some happy birthday messages my way. I'd appreciate that too. I do want to start with that. To me, this is a Christmas movie, but it is my childhood, so I thought it was fitting for today's video. I just want to say that out loud to the horror girlies out there that might call me out about it. I'd like to start by talking about how I came to horror. First, I guess I would say Beetlejuice. I went and saw Beetlejuice in the theaters, I think. I was really, really young. It spoke to me. It was fun. It was a great time. But I wouldn't really classify it as horror, but it really did open me up to the afterlife and death. For me, what happened was I had a friend, and I went to his house, and he had older brothers, and they were all watching A Nightmare on Elm Street. They were all have a sleepover, and I was sleeping over with my friend. We watched Nightmare on Elm Street without anyone else knowing, and it terrified me. I remember being in their living room. I can remember the blanket. I can remember the visceral feeling it gave me of just being terrified, of not being able to go to sleep. Also, this really weird thing of loving Freddy. Like, he's the villain, and he's killing people, and this should be horrific and terrible. But why am I rooting for him in a weird way? Like, I can't wait for him to come back on screen and terrorize us some more. It was interesting kind of dichotomy, duality. I didn't even remember sharing with my mom that I watched it. I kind of just loved him. And my mom was a pretty cool mom. She let me be him for Freddy for Halloween. Also, I even had his claw. I bought a doll, y'all. And it was a doll. They said action figure, but it was like a doll of Freddy Krueger. My mom just randomly one day brought home a board game of Nightmare on Elm Street, which is a wild concept because then he's like a child murderer when you watch it. He was just fun, and he was this kind of campy character, but it was also terrifying. And he was also, I remember, in commercials and stuff at the time. So I wasn't alone in this love, because that came out before I was born. And then when he came to the movie theaters, it was terrifying to see him in the theaters on the big screen. I remember what that film did for me. When I was in it, I would tell myself, this isn't forever. This is just right now. And eventually this movie's going to end, and I'll be somewhere else. So I don't have to be that afraid. I can have fun and be afraid. It's gonna be okay. I wanna remind you, I was 8 years old watching this movie. And as we were leaving the movie theater, I remember thinking, these people are dying. People are dying in this film. And thankfully, the movie's over now, and I get to keep going. I can remember seeing the movie titles of other film theaters. So I was walking by and thinking about this. Eventually my movie is gonna end. My movie will end and life will be over. I started having this kind of classified as a tailspin, just with this thought of one day I'm gonna die, and kind of dealing with my own mortality. What happens to us after we die? So horror kind of opened up this idea of death to me. And so I kind of treated life in that moment like how I was treating the movie. Well, I better enjoy it. Even if it's scary, even if it's terrorizing me at times, it can be fun at times, this movie, and so can life. Enjoy both the horror and the happiness can live together. And so I better enjoy the movie while I still have the movie, because one day it's gonna end and I won't be here anymore. And that has helped me throughout my whole entire life, into this day, to really live in the moment, live in the film, live in the movie, live in the horror, live in the fun of it all. It's gonna have all of it. I also say every now and then to my friends, I'm swinging on my swing. And that just means I'm on my swing in the backyard. That's what I would do. Is anytime I have these kind of existential crises like this, as I did as a little boy, I would go swing on my swing, help myself through it, calm myself down. So that's what horror means to me. It's great. It's amazing. It's awesome. It's awful. It's awful and awesome at the same time, just like life. So from A Nightmare on Elm Street, I then later on got Ghostface. Ghostface led me to watch Halloween, be introduced to Michael Myers, and all of these horrors really made me fall in love with the slasher. The slasher film became my horror, and then I had to learn that there's so many other forms of horror that they're all just one thing. So I get kind of upset in some ways that horror gets boxed in altogether. It's not fair that a Hereditary gets kind of compared to A Nightmare on Elm Street or a Scream or a Substance in the same category as a Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And even Psycho gets kind of put in the horror category. And these films are all so freaking different and don't deserve to be together to be compared. What scares us is personal to us. It's inherent to us. If I see a scary movie, people are like, "What would you recommend it?" I'm like, "Well, I don't know what scares you." The Exorcist does not scare me. The devils, demons, ghosts thing doesn't scare me. That part of life doesn't scare me. But there are other parts of life that do scare me. It used to be the slasher, the murderers of the world, that we had no rhyme or reason to do what they're doing, and they're out there still, and it's still scary. But that doesn't scare me anymore. Now it's the psychological that scares me. The thing that like haunts me for days afterwards of just grief, or the demons within us, right? That get kind of in horror films now get projected in a way. I think it's really taught me to find out what scares me and always question and ask why. Why is this scaring you? Don't be afraid of it. Put it out there. Find out why. Dive into the horror. All these reviews I'll be doing, these 31 days, it's me. It's my perspective. It's my point of view. I can only speak of what scares me. So yeah, I'm a slasher girly. That is what I love the most, I think, out of all the horrors. But I'm also a psychological girly. I'm also this proponent of don't boo on someone else's scare. Like if you are scared by ghosts and exorcists, I love that for you, and I want to know why it scares you. I get really interested and curious about that. I don't think it's bad that you get scared by that. It's awesome. I'm not gonna boo over here and be like, well, that movie was stupid. You're dumb for thinking that, or that's what scares you. Ugh, that's not what scares me. No, I'm not gonna boo on someone else's scare. I'm not booing on your scare. So try your best not to boo on mine or someone else. Let people enjoy what they enjoy if it's not hurting anyone else. People, we need as much enjoyment as we can find. Don't boo on someone else's scare. So yeah, that's my erroneous thoughts for the day. These are the things that are just going through my mind as we're entering this Halloween season. I'm so excited. I love the Halloween season. Halloween for me is a time to play, to be creative. It always has been that for me. I get to be someone else. So when I was dressing like Freddy Krueger, I didn't think I wanted to murder people. It was just fun. It was cool to be this person I got to see in the movies and kind of act like them and be them. So it's not this evil, menacing thing. I don't think we should be afraid of what scares us. I don't think we should be afraid of the monsters. We all have monsters and demons within us, and we should allow them to be free, if not all the time, definitely during this season. So enjoy your Halloween season. I hope you enjoy these 31 days of horror with me. Happy Halloween!